Greetings, this is Brad Hamilton. I'm an investigative reporter and editor in New York City, where I run a journalism foundation, the Hatch Institute. We publish long-form investigative pieces with partners like the New York Times, The Guardian, ABC News, and others. And we also train, educate, and mentor other journalists. Today, I'm here to talk about one of my favorite ways of reaching people, meaning people that you might want to interview, sources you might want to develop, and that is the contact references source in LexisNexis. You're not familiar with LexisNexis? You absolutely should be. Obviously, a lot of media companies use it for general research. It's great for developing stories and also terrific for finding people. So this is the main power search page. And by the way, if you need help with this, if you don't have access to LexisNexis, I run a program with the company that provides discounted access. So any way you get it, you should learn how to use it. And here on the power search page, which is the main start page, you scroll over to another tab. Right in the middle is biographies and open biographies. And you scroll down a little under biographies and you see under popular sources, contact references. So click onto that. That isolates contact references as your only source. And now you have a search box where you can type in the name of someone. What's in this is hundreds of millions of people sorted by their professional profiles. And the system is essentially scraping for these profiles on company websites, on government agency websites, on LinkedIn, pretty much anywhere you have a professional profile. So it's famous people, it's not so famous people, it's a lot of people. To give you an example of how it works, I was working with the New York Times on a piece that was published last year, had to do with the Gowanus area of Brooklyn and a mini scandal involving the EPA. So I wanted to reach someone who was part of this. His name was Pat Evangelista, and all I knew was his name and that he worked for EPA. So I typed in that contact reference, and look what we get. His real name is Pasquale. If you open this up, this particular profile comes from Zoom People. And if you scroll down a bit, you'll see right away his phone number, that's his direct line, and that's his email at the EPA. All right, it also works for people whose names you might not know. For example, a friend of mine from the New York Times landed a book deal to write about Trump, Donald Trump, early on in the Trump administration, and it was all based on people who worked for him. So Trump Organization, that's all we did. We started with that under contact reference. Look, 8,080 people work for the Trump Organization. Eric Trump is the first one. Right, this is obviously too many to scroll through altogether, so you might want to type in something like a title, like executive assistant, right? Or something that relates to the type of job they do, like golf or hotels, right? So that's the way you can winnow it down and get more specific. Another person who is one of our subscribers, and there are 450 of them in this program that I run, he was interested in agents of the FBI for a crime story that he was working. He didn't know anyone at the FBI. So we went to this contact reference option, typed in Federal Bureau of Investigation. And as we looked through the entries, we discovered that agents of the FBI are all using this email address, ic.fbi.gov, ic.fbi.gov. So we did just this, a search just on that. And again, 10,000 agents of the FBI, also probably too many. So you might want to use this search within results, looking for, say, counterterrorism or a specific geographic location. All right. So there's more to it, of course, and I'm happy to show you this. I do a fair amount of training with this and other things as well. So if you're interested in contacting me for free help, I'm happy to provide free help, and it's pretty simple. I have 3 different ways of reaching me. The Hatch Institute is my organization. Expert Access is the program for discounted access to LexisNexis, and my personal email, is there in my Gmail account. So thank you so much for this time. Reach out to me if you want help, and good luck with your searches.